It's time for the next session of the Sonic Frontiers Starfall Tournament. Welcome aboard. If you're new here, this is a What If series where we explore how the events of Sonic Frontiers may have played out if the End had devised a tournament to free itself from its cyberspace prison. This time, we're going to be witnessing the last two matches from the first selection of battles, so strap in. Eggman has only loosely been paying attention to the fights as they've progressed. His attention has increasingly been drawn to his personal computer and his communications with Sage. So far, he's become aware that all 7 Chaos Emeralds are indeed present on the Starfall Islands, and getting to them won't require much for his part. Sage has been doing a lot of the groundwork for him, locating their precise locations and routes to arrive at them. While seizing their power will be of great benefit to Eggman, he is currently uncertain on what would happen if he were to simply walk away from the arena. Sage has been trying to run some diagnostics, but she's unable to draw a precise conclusion. Ever since the diagnostics though, she's become more persistent that Dr. Eggman may need to change his tactics, of which he doesn't really care for.
Stop trying to dictate my actions, Sage. My genius is not to be underestimated. These fools will not be able to prevent my rise to power. Strange voice in the sky or not.
But Master, this thing, this entity, there's more. I've uncovered...
You've uncovered what?
I've found evidence that there may have been a prior conflict. I'm not sure that you can... And at this point, the End announces the next match will be between Xena and Dr. Eggman. Zavok grins.
At last, a pathetic man's going to meet his match at the hands of the Zeti. Xena, I would rather wring his neck myself, but I entrust this to you. Do not disappoint me.
Xena gives him a confident nod, which isn't the usual response Zavok would receive, but perhaps she's just as fired up as he is over this, and she lands onto the arena with one stride. Dr. Eggman smiles to himself.
Stow it, Sage. It's time for a change of pace.
Dr. Eggman leaves his position and heads onto the battlefield, driving his Egg Walker, the machine featured in Sonic Adventure 2. He lines up against Xena's position and clicks his fingers.
Consider this payback for all the trouble you've put me through.
But Xena just stances up, seemingly about to pounce. There's not going to be anything left when I'm done with you.
Ho ho! That's quite a bit more gusto than I expected. Where was all this energy when you worked for me?
Don't you get it? If I fail, I'll be captured forever, stuck here. That will not happen. And immediately Xena jumps into the sky.
We'll have to see about that then, won't we?
And Dr. Eggman jumps up with the powerful legs of his Egg Walker, meeting her in the sky. Xena's eyes flutter in surprise for a moment, but then harden as she goes for a claw towards Eggman. He, however, simply grins and pushes a big red button.
Fire!
The Vulcan cannon on the side of the Egg Walker shoots a large cannon shot straight into Xena, and being airborne, she's unable to reposition, taking the shot full on as it propels her backwards, smashing into the invisible barrier at the end of the arena. Meanwhile, Eggman initiates the thrusters of the Egg Walker, staying airborne.
I hope you enjoyed, because there's more than that!
And he fires a successive barrage of laser shots that track Xena's position. She falls to the floor from the original cannon and sees the lasers coming her way, able to sidestep and twirl past most of them. However, some of them do end up colliding into her back. She takes the damage quite well and runs towards Eggman so that she can jump up from underneath him.
Nice try, but I thought of that.
And reaching in from his Egg Walker, he holds out a black bomb, which he drops below him. Once again, Xena had already committed herself to an attack too early and is caught mid-air by the explosion of the bomb.
Some things never get old.
Enough!
It's time I finished this.
Appearing from an opening at the back, a missile pod launcher is primed and readied. It fires a wave of 10 or so missiles that first launch up into the sky, but then track Xena's position and dive down, avoiding Eggman himself. Xena simply guards against it, forced to take the barrage once again.
No!
On the sidelines, Amy can't help but comment that all the years of beating Eggman can make you forget how foreboding of an opponent he can be. Although Sonic remarks that it's not as if the Zeti are pushovers either. Whilst Eggman's blasting Xena away with his missiles, Sage contacts him once again. I've learned even more of your situation. If I am to keep you safe, it's imperative that you perform this—
Silence, Sage. I'm in the middle of glorious revenge. Can't you see I'm busy?
You don't understand. If you progress, if you continue to win, then
I'll be granted the wish I deserve. I know.
Eggman continues to fire missiles, but he realizes that he's ran out of ammunition.
Darn. Should have packed a little more.
As the smoke clears from below, Xena is bruised but still standing, scowling at Eggman with her fingertips by her forehead.
That's it. Time to bring you down to my level.
Eggman panics, waving one arm in the sky.
Oh no, you seem to have got me.
But his machine doesn't falter. Xena is shocked.
What? But you didn't really think I wasn't going to future-proof my design now, did you? That electromagnetic control of you Zetis has gotten in my way one time too many.
Xena clenches her fists enraged, and then holds both her hands out, palms open. A strange energy bursts out from both her hands and tethers to the sides of the Egg Walker.
What? No way! I can't believe!
Eggman is cut off as his machine is pulled towards the ground and smashes against the surface of the arena.
Oh!
Whilst he readjusts himself, Xena is already on the way, and she's just about to punch through the windscreen of the Eggmobile. But then Eggman presses another big red button, and the front panel opens up, allowing a boxing glove to spring out.
Olé! I bet you didn't. Ah!
But Xena has grabbed the boxing glove, snapped it from its coil, spun it around, and slaps Eggman across the face with it. She continues to do so, forcing Eggman to press the eject button, causing all of the Egg Walker attachments to disassemble, leaving the Eggmobile free to hover off. Eggman attempts to fly back up with just the Eggmobile, but Xena is too close and grabs onto it, thrusting her claw into the main engine, causing it to fail.
Oh, gotta go!
Eggman jumps out just in time before the machine explodes as he falls onto the floor.
Oh, this is another bad day.
Xena uses the explosion to push her forward, and her trajectory puts her at a collision course with Eggman. But he has one last trick up his sleeve. Pulling into his sleeve, he brings out his Egg Blaster.
How about this?
Firing a massive laser shot towards Xena, engulfing her. Zaz looks on with fear in his eyes, not for the sake of Xena, but more so on Zavok's impending rage should she have failed. But Xena lands to the floor, scathed and smoking, but still fighting. Eggman stands up, stepping back, the fear setting in.
How about we just talk this over? Maybe we could figure something out.
Xena drags a nail over her neck as a threat.
Sage, whatever it is you had planned, now's the time!
Don't worry, I'll be able to protect you. Just grit your teeth.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
At this point, Xena has run up towards Eggman and punched him in the gut. But before she can continue, he already begins to fade away. Without much fanfare, Xena relaxes a little and leaps towards Zavok and Zaz. Surge mutters to herself that Dr. Eggman must be a complete pushover if he was taken out by one strike. However, over with the Zeti, Xena reports to Zavok. That was surprising. I could have sworn he started to fade away before I had a chance to knock the lights out of him.
Maybe the excitement just got to you. I wouldn't blame you.
Zaz responds, but Zavok thinks on this.
I wonder if there was more to the doctor than it appeared. No matter. He's imprisoned now. You've done well, Xena.
At this point, the end declares that the next match will be between Cream the Rabbit and Styx the Badger. Surge collapses onto her back and sighs, another waste of time. Meanwhile, Amy looks between her two friends with a pained look. Guys, I don't know what to say. Cream is determined though, and she looks to Styx, giving her a confident nod of the head, saying that everyone else has given their all, so they must as well. Styx looks back at Cream and says that the kid's got guts. It's going to take more than that to overcome the Puppet Master. She doesn't quite know how to respond to that, so just heads onto the arena, saying to everyone else that she'll be fine. Styx looks back to everyone else before she joins Cream, and she says that they're all being played for fools by the being with no beginning and no end. And then she runs onto the arena herself. Once the two of them have got to their representative sides of the arena, they lock eyes with each other. Styx tells Cream that she doesn't want to play into the alien's hands. Cream, again, is confused with what Styx is blabbering on about. She'd heard that Styx has a habit of doing that, so she simply prepares for battle and says that she's going to make sure everyone gets back okay. Anticipating the first strike, Cheese shakes his hands above his head and flies in between Cream and Styx, scowling at her with determination. Styx eyes up Cheese with an inquisitive glare.
So, you're the brains behind this operation. I knew it. What's it you've been scheming all this time? Domination? Subjugation?
Cheese is confused, and his emotion bobble takes the form of a question mark as he lifts one of his hands to his mouth. Styx narrows her eyelids, even worse than I imagined, and then throws her boomerang towards Cream. It twirls in an arc to the side, but Cheese intercepts it, grabbing it. Then Styx moves to close the gap between them. Cheese immediately snaps her boomerang in half, and then Cream points at Styx. Cheese, get her! The Chow nods and charges with his battle cry, fist first as he flies into the gut of Styx the Badger. She doubles over, knocked to the ground, as Cheese then floats to her face and then starts slapping her again and again on her face. Styx starts slapping back, trying to swat Cheese away from her. Cream sees this and revs up a spin dash, launching into Styx while she's still on the floor, pushing her backwards and freeing Cheese. Styx manages to recover, digging her nail into the ground to halt her movement, and then pouncing back towards Cream, who's caught slightly off guard as Styx manages to land a strike on her. But she hops back with great distance and starts flapping her large ears to fly into the sky. Cheese joins her momentarily, but then sweeps into the side to start performing hit and run strikes on Styx, flying away after attacking so that she can't hit him back. Styx looks up towards Cream, says that this isn't fair, how is she supposed to strike her from up there? But Cheese doesn't really care about if it's fair or not, and continues to attack Styx. She's quickly defeated as she tumbles over, exhausted. Cheese lands beside Styx and apologizes that they had to fight like that, as Styx begins to fade away. Cream rejoins her comrades, and Amy gives her a hug, saying that she knows that was hard, but she was very brave. And Cream hugs her back. With Cream's match adjourned, the entire area begins to shake. Everyone looks around to see what's going on, but there's no visible indicator. Blaze clenches her fist and says this must be the work of their host. Sure enough, the end speaks to everyone once more, its voice oscillating between different accents, never settling on one for too long, and it announces that the first shackle has been undone. Wave comments that that's ironic considering what's happened to all of their friends. The end doesn't respond to any person in particular, and says that the next round of combat will begin shortly. At long last, we have seen every single contestant take part in the tournament. Though not everyone's going to be moving on to the next round. Did your favourite make it through, or were they one of the many to succumb to the cyberspace prison? You heard the end. Next time, we're going to be seeing the second true round of this tournament, where there's less and less contenders. They've all proven themselves to be capable in combat. I do hope you've been enjoying this series. It's been a very interesting experience for me to make so far, and hopefully we'll get to see it to its very end. If you would like to support this series, please leave a like, comment and subscribe below to let me know your thoughts, and share the video so that others may join in on the fun. With that all said and done, thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. I hope you have a great day, and to see you next time. This is the Mighty Emperor, signing off.